Prestige Advanced Pain Clinic, Noppimayam Surgery Duram. For appointments 9155 15563.
When I was a 21-year-old boy, I think I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was very, very vague. uh, Getting into movies was on half my mind. Other half was like, do I, it's quite a scary business. Do I get into it? So a lot of confusion at 21.
Right. So what were your thoughts?
Thoughts was I went and expressed it to my family, saying I'm really confused. I think I want to act, but I don't know how it feels. So then they sent me to acting school, they like a summer course, and that gave me a lot of clarity. And after that course, after I finished that course, I decided like, no, I want to give it one shot. If it works, we'll go ahead. If not, we'll figure it out then. Yeah.
So in Premam, you're actually playing this 21-year-old boy who's very rugged,
Correct.
yet very soft at
Correct.
heart.
Yeah.
Does that resonate with what you were when you were 21?
I think I was not rugged or such when I was in college. Yes, I was very soft at heart. I was very shy. I never used to speak much. It used to take me a lot of time to warm up to a new person. Very unlike Premam. Premam, the character is like I'm all out. I'm taking anybody on. Very rebellious. Will do anything for his girl and will do anything for his friends. Yeah, I have that attitude. Like I would love to help my friends unconditionally. Like if I really like someone, I would go all out for them. But I don't think I'm that rebellious in real life. Yeah.
So what were your love stories like then?
In Premam, I'm sort of having a crush on my teacher. I never had a crush on any teacher. I don't think. In Premam, Shruti is extremely good looking. I don't think we had any such good looking teachers in school or college. I don't think I was blessed with anyone that good looking. But yeah, students wise, the regular crushes, the regular relationships, like how any college student experiences. That rebellious attitude was there, where they get to know at home and then you fight for them. So all that was there. Yeah.
So now that you spoke of Shruti and you have been good friends as well.
Yeah.
So how was it working with her and looking at her as Malar, as a teacher?
Well, looking at her as a teacher initially was a little, it was quite funny because like you said, I know her very well as a friend. She's been a great friend before we acted. I knew her as a friend before an actor. There's an advantage to it because that getting to know each other part is not there. You're already familiar with the person. You know what kind of a person they are and how they're going to react to things. But at the same time, looking at Shruti as a teacher was pretty funny. So, that first few days, that little bit of, I won't say it was never uncomfortable, but just a little weird, But slowly things settled down, and I think it worked out very well between the both of us because we're very comfortable in each other's space, So it worked very well.
So after every shot, what were your conversations?
Conversations, like we used to pull each other's leg. Like she used to treat me like I was a student and probably talk to me like I was a student, and I used to pull her leg, calling her ma'am, Shruti ma'am and stuff like that, So stuff like that, I used to actually pull her leg like as if she's a teacher or something. Yeah.
So Chaitanya, were you a backbencher in college, or was college even in your mind? Like, did you enjoy going to college? Or
I enjoyed going to college, but I hated exams. Backbencher, I used to try and sit wherever a girl was sitting. I used to try and sit next to a girl. So I used to go in the morning, figure out who would sit where, strategize the whole thing and try and sit, where a girl is sitting. So that's all I really cared about. I never cared about sitting in the front or back. Anywhere was fine as long as I could sit next to a girl. But yeah, I hated exams. I was a very bad student. Just scraped through. Just went to college for everything else but studying.
So when you say you would look for a girl to sit with, what would you actually do?
Well, what would we actually do? Like try and predict where she would, where that, our class was in a way where 70% were guys and 30% were girls. So the girls always used to hang out together, they used to come together, go together, they used to probably sit in one corner, pick that corner. So, you know, we used to probably go earlier and just accidentally sit in that corner like, yeah, oh, I just sat here by mistake. I don't want to get up now. Why don't you? You know, so just play stupid games like that.
Right. So in Premam, actually, there are exchange of looks with the teacher and a student. But for you in your life, were there any such exchanges?
I was very
Nothing.
unfortunate that way. None of my teachers were as good looking as Shruti, not even worth exchanging looks at, trust
But,
me. So.
and what about any of your classmates?
Yeah, of
Did
course.
that happen? Yeah?
Yeah, obviously, of course, it'll happen. You know, you try to catch their attention, and you know, it's a little childish at that point of time. If you look back at it now and think about it, you'll be like, shit, I was such a little child. You know, you think so much to try and grab their attention, but now you see someone, you just go up and talk to them. It's like no big deal. But then you know, you try so much. You know, you try to behave a little more like a man, you know, try to stand out so they look at you a little more and, you know, they grab your
So what
attention.
were those little things that you would do?
I don't really remember, you know, I I don't know. I don't really remember,
You'd
but they were
leave
definitely embarrassing. Yeah, they were definitely embarrassing.
Would you leave chocolate for the girls and
No,
stuff?
no, I don't think I did the chocolate things and all, but you know, you talk loudly, you try to crack a stupid joke, you know, where everyone tries to look at you, or you know, you try to dress up a little better, or you try to come in a fancy car, you know, stupid things like that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So were you someone who would drag your juniors in college?
No, I never ragged anyone.
So you were the nice
Yeah,
guy.
I was pretty chilled out that way. I was never into the ragging thing. I never got ragged, so I never wanted to rag anyone.
Yeah. So not like the rebellious.
No, the Vikram and Premam.
Vikram
No,
and
no,
Premam.
no. Vikram is. I'm completely opposite to Vikram in a way. So, in fact, I think with my alter ego, I got to live out what I didn't do in college through Vikram. The other side, the bad side.
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So it isn't like reliving your college, is it? Like doing this film.
No, it was what all I didn't do in college. I got to do in
you
got to do in the film. Yeah,
Right.
that's more like it. Yeah.
Right. And did you regret at any point that, oh, I didn't do this in college?
Yeah, sometimes I feel I should have been a little more bad. You know, it would have made me a little more cooler. People always thought I was the good boy type, the very studious type. Maybe I should have been a little more bad and a little more rebellious if I look back at it now, but it's okay. I turned out okay.
So, since you're not the Vikram in real life, or you weren't, what were the lessons that you took to actually play that role, or was it very easy for you to?
No, not really. The lesson, see, there were a lot of kids in college that were like Vikram, you know, were very rebellious, always being pulled up by the principal, suspended, you know. I would see a lot of gangs getting into fights about stupid things, about a girl, or you know, about random stuff. So all those memories and those images were still there in my head. So I picked up a lot from all that and used it for the character Vikram. Yeah.
Right. So when you look back, do you think you had done anything very differently in your life? Or
Meaning like.
did you want? Would you want to change anything?
No,
or?
not really. Like I said, maybe I don't know. Going to college in Hyderabad, maybe I would have wanted to change, because in Hyderabad everyone knew who I was. So I never had that freedom to just, you know, hang out and do whatever I want. Everyone would recognize who I am and, you know, probably talk about it and judge me for it. So one thing maybe I should have gone to college outside of Hyderabad. That's one thing. Maybe if I could change now, I would go back.
But
and
you
change.
did study in Chennai, right?
That was my schooling,
Right.
but college I had come to Hyderabad. I studied up till my 12th in Chennai, and then college I came to Hyderabad.
So you have immense girl fan following, you know. So everybody goes gaga over you. Did that happen during college days as well?
No, because I was very quiet. I was very shy. I was very quiet. I was a little fat. So I don't know. Like, not many girls used to like probably, you know, like give me that much attention back then. So yeah, it was not like now. Even now you're saying a lot of girls are fans and all that. I don't see anything, but yeah.
You're being modest. So coming back to Premam, it's one of the most beautiful love stories
Yeah.
in your filmography
Yeah.
after Aim My Chase Away. So how does it feel to be part of a film like this?
Well, it's, you know, it's films like AMI Chase Away and the audience and you guys, you know, supporting me in love stories that gave me confidence to attempt Premam, you know. You guys have made me comfortable in that space in love stories, you know, so it started coming easy to me. So when I saw Premam, I consciously wanted to do it because what inspired me is the three phases in the film. I feel everyone goes through it, you know, when you're a teenager, the girl you meet, you feel, yes, this is it, I'm going to marry her, you know, she is the one for the rest of my life. And then something happens, she breaks your heart, you look back at it and you cry like your life is over. And then you move on, and then you go to college where you fight for this girl, you know, you fight at home, you fight with your friends, you know, there's a more rebellious attitude. It makes you a very strong person, it gives you a lot of confidence. And then you move on and she breaks your heart again and you move on, and then you finally marry a completely, you know, different girl, disconnected from who you never knew. But your priorities change, you know, you look at a girl at that point of time very differently, you know, you want to settle down, you want balance. So I saw those three phases very clearly in the script in what they made in the original Premam, which I connected a lot to, because not only that I've experienced those phases and, you know, I'm sort of living those phases, but I feel everyone connects to it. Everyone goes through heartbreak, everyone goes through, you know, all these three phases. So I feel attempting Premam will be very universal and, you know, all age groups will connect to it. Yeah.
Right. So what were your love story like when you were 21-year-old?
Well, I think I went through the same, you know. I had that teeny popper crush when I was a teenager who I thought I'll marry and who I thought will be the one. I remember when she said she's going to another school to study itself, I was heartbroken. I was like, how can you leave me and go? You know, this is, no, we need to stick together and all that. So that was one phase. And then, yeah, of course, college I did stuff, you know, that my parents weren't too happy with, and, you know, they went through that whole phase where at home they didn't want me to see this girl, but I wanted to see her, and, you know, and then you come out of it and you look back and you're like, shit, really, you know, that was so stupid what I did back then. But it teaches you so much, you know, everything you do step by step teaches you so much. And now, you know, I want to settle down with a girl who gives me the most balance and, you know, keeps me stable and content.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So Chai, were you very emotional when it came to relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hold on a lot to relationships, you know. I hold on a lot to the person I love, you know, and letting go becomes very difficult. So, yeah, I become very emotional. Yeah.
So how was that phase during breakup during your college?
Yeah, like I said, it's like my world is over. Like,
Yeah.
world
So
doesn't.
did you cry over it for very long?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Like you think your world is ended, and, you know, there's nothing beyond this, and there's no point doing anything else, and you become very rebellious. You don't want to move on, even though your friends tell you, no, you know, 2 months down the line you're going to look back at it and laugh too. Don't take it so seriously. But no, you don't want to move on. Then when you go past those 2 months, you actually look back at it, and you're like, shit, it was no big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did
yeah,
you see that girl get married? Or
No, I haven't. No, for me that hasn't happened as yet.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about Chandu? Premam is such a huge hit, and how do you think he's dealt with it in Telugu?
Well, I should really thank him for, first of all, accepting the film. You know, any director picking up a film like Premam is a gutsy thing, because they've already set such a high benchmark. Yeah. So I think Chandu that way really owned the film. He didn't, you know, we were very clear that we don't want to compete with the original, because we're not going to win that race or anything. So we just want to adapt the soul and, you know, sort of bring it to our nativity, and, you know, just tweak things that way. So he's done a great job that way. He's owned the film in his own way, and, you know, he supported me a lot. We worked as a team, so really thankful.
Right. So finally, are you a sucker for romance, and what's the most romantic thing that you've done?
What's the most romantic thing I've done? Yeah, I'm a sucker for romance, but I think the most romantic thing that I will do is when I ask the girl to marry me. So yeah.
You haven't done
No,
that
I haven't
yet.
done it as yet.
Cool.
So the last time we met, you were joining iDreams as an intern, no?
Yeah.
How's that going?
I finished that and now I'm a full-timer here. So
Oh, full-fledged journalist.
Full-fledged journalist.
Writing all gossip.
No. I wouldn't be sitting here if I was writing gossip.
No, I'm kidding.
Well,
So it's going good.
yeah, it's going good. So I'm looking forward to seeing your next look and probably
Yeah.
talking a lot more about that.
Yeah, I don't know where I'll go from here, but yeah, hopefully when we meet next